Oh, get the fuck out of
yeah,
here!
you get the
Oh, fuck you all!
Fuck you!
Fuck!
Welcome to Chef's Take. I'm your host, Michael Zavlaris. Today I'll be bringing you Week 17 recap, wildcard picks, playoff predictions, and NFL award predictions. First of all, it's a New Year's Eve. I hope everybody has a happy New Year. Let's hope 2020 will be a better year. This is the last day of the decade. Wow, what a decade, I must say. Alright, let's get started. Week 17, me and Vicente went 8-8, and Madden went 9-7. Alright, now on to wildcard predictions. The first wildcard game of the year, will be Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills at Deshaun Watson's Houston Texans. Me, Sal, Anthony, and Madden have Houston winning this game. Next game, the Tennessee Titans, led by Ryan Tannehill, will travel to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. Now, this is the first time the Patriots have played in a wildcard game since 2009, which is a decade ago. And Matt Castle was quarterback. I could feel a upset coming. If I had to pick an upset for this week, it would probably be Tennessee beating the Patriots. But I have the Patriots. Anthony has the Patriots. Madden has the Patriots, and Sal has Tennessee. Let's hope that's the case. Next game on Sunday, the Minnesota Vikings take on the New Orleans Saints. This is a rematch of 2 years ago. We all know what happened last time. Yeah, that's what happened. But Minnesota got crushed a week later by Nick Foles' Philadelphia Eagles, 38-7, Super Bowl 52 champs. Anyway, Sal, Anthony, and I have New Orleans, and Madden says otherwise. They're picking the Vikings by a landslide, actually. Alright, final game of the year. No, my fault. Final game in the wildcard round. The Seattle Seahawks take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Seattle lost to the Niners last week by inches. They got Marshawn Lynch back, but that delay of game cost them. Eagles, they beat the Giants to clinch the NFC East and the 4th seed, which guarantees them one home game, which is this week. They're missing Zach Ertz, who has a back and kidney injury, but he is a game time decision. He really wants to play, but that's something you shouldn't mess with. Brandon Brooks, one of the best offensive linemen in football, out for the playoffs with a dislocated shoulder. It was popped back into place, but there is more damage that will prevent him from playing. Lane Johnson, game time decision. Yeah, both teams are banged up, but the Eagles are banged up more. Who do I have? I'm still picking the Eagles. Sal picks the Eagles. Anthony and Madden are picking Seattle. Yeah. So that's the wildcard picks. Now I'll go on to my playoff predictions throughout the year up to the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl winner. Alright, so I already picked Houston, New England, Philadelphia, New Orleans. So the divisional round, Houston will go to the 1 seed Baltimore Ravens and take on Ravens. And New England will go to Kansas City to take on Kansas City. Philadelphia goes cross country to take on the 49ers. and Green Bay will face New Orleans in Lambeau Field. I have Baltimore winning, Kansas City winning. Yes, I have Kansas City winning this game. They almost beat the Patriots last year to go to the Super Bowl. The Eagles and Niners game. I think this will be a close game, but I believe the Niners will win this game. Unfortunately. Oh well. Green Bay and New Orleans. I have the Saints winning this game. There's really no way you could stop them. So the championship games, Kansas City at Baltimore, and the rematch, New Orleans at San Francisco. Who do I have going to the Super Bowl? The Ravens and Saints. And the final score of the Super Bowl, 28-24, Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. So that's my playoff picks. Now on to NFL award predictions. Most valuable player will go to Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Ravens. No surprise. Offensive player of the year. It was hard for me. I picked Christian McCaffrey, but it was between him or Michael Thomas. Reason being, Christian McCaffrey leads all players in scrimmage yards, and Michael Thomas, he just broke a record. He leads the NFL in receiving yards. McCaffrey, though, 1,000 yards on the ground and the air, which is kind of rare. That's the reason why I picked Christian McCaffrey, but I will not be surprised if Michael Thomas wins Offensive Player of the Year. Alright, Defensive Player of the Year goes to Stephon Gilmore. A surprise. AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. If I picked this weeks ago, I would say Josh Jacobs. But I'm picking Miles Sanders. I'm not being biased. He leads all rookies in scrimmage yards right now. And he's beating what's his name? Josh Jacobs. But he's been on a tear the past few games. Yeah. Defensive Rookie of the Year. No, not a conversation. Nick Bosa for the Niners, doing very well this season, and his team has home field advantage throughout the playoffs. All right, Coach of the Year. I'm picking Kyle Shanahan. He turned it around compared to last year. Comeback Player of the Year. I would say Jimmy Garoppolo, but I'm picking wide receiver Cooper Kupp. He tore his ACL last year. He came back, 1,000-yard receiver. He was on a tear this season, no pun intended. FedEx Air Player of the Year. I was gonna give it to Jameis Winston, but I'm giving it to Dak Prescott. Winston was the only quarterback to eclipse 5,000 passing yards this season. He also is second in passing touchdowns, but the reason why I did not give it to him is because, you guessed it, 30 interceptions. I'm giving it to Prescott, who's statistically better than Winston, excluding. He's only better because without the turnovers. FedEx Ground Player of the Year. I wanted to pick Derrick Henry, but it's going to Christian McCaffrey. Bridgestone Performance Play of the Year. I really want to say Michael Thomas's catch to break Marvin Harrison's record, but I am picking the touchdown pass to Tyler Lockett thrown by Russell Wilson in Week 5 against the Los Angeles Rams. Looked like he was throwing it away. He was scrambling around the pocket. Looked like he was throwing it away. Tyler Lockett just so happened to be there. 10 toes down. Reached out. caught it, touchdown. I think that's play of the year so far. Because who knows what happens in the playoffs. But yeah, those are my picks. MVP, Lamar. Offensive player of the year, McCaffrey. Defensive, Stephon Gilmore. Offensive rookie, Sanders. Defensive rookie, Bosa. Coach, Kyle Shanahan. Comeback, Cup. FedEx Air, Prescott. Yeah. So those are my picks, predictions, whatever you want to call it. This is Michael Zavlaris saying happy New Year's Eve. Let's make this new decade something else, the new year. See you next decade. Have fun with your friends and family. Good night.